Hello guys and welcome to Python programming tutorials by Amulya's Academy. Today in this tutorial we'll write a Python program to print number patterns. This is the third video on the number pattern series. Part 1 and part 2 are already uploaded. I will give you the link of those videos in the description box. You can go and check that. In the previous two tutorials we discussed about these four shapes. We printed different number arrangements in these shapes. In the part 1 we discussed about these two shapes. We printed the numbers in these two shapes, and in the part 2 we discussed about this shape. We printed the numbers in this shape. Today we'll discuss about these two shapes. We want to print numbers in this shape and this shape. First we'll see how to print numbers in this shape. So the first pattern of today's tutorial is this. I want to print numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 and 1 in this shape. So this is our first pattern. So to print this pattern, I'll use nested for loop method as we did in the previous tutorials. So first let's take the input and we'll write the basic layout of the program. Here in the Python file, first we'll ask the user to enter the number of row he or she want in the output. So here I'll take a variable and I'll use input function, and because we are using Python 3, I'll convert the input to int using int function like we did in the previous tutorials. Next I'll use nested for loops. First I'll take the for loop for row. Inside that I need to take the for loop for column. I explained about this in the previous two tutorials. I will give you the link of that videos in the description box. You can go and check that. Next here we need to print the numbers, and here we need to use print function for the new line after every row. And here inside this print function we need to print the value first. Let's see that. And after that we need to take end is equal to space or empty string. That is because we want to keep the control in the same line. When we are printing numbers in a row, the numbers of every columns of a row should be in the same line. That's why we need to use this end. So this is the basic layout of the pattern program. Now let's see how many rows we want, how many columns we want, and which value we want to print. First let's start with how many rows we want. We want n rows because we ask the user to enter how many row he want or she want in the output, and we store that input in the variable n. So here I'll take the range as n. When I take range as n, that means I'm taking range from 0 to n. So when I take n as 5, I'll get row as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 5 rows starting from 0 ending at 4. Now in our pattern, this will be the first row, this will be the second row, 2, 3 and 4. We'll get this output when n value is 5, input is 5. So row number will be like this, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next let's see how many columns we want in every row. First here we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 column. When row is 0, here we took variable I to represent the row. So when I is 0, we want 5 column. When I is 1, we want 4 column. When I is 2, we want 3 column. When I is 3, I want 2 column. When I is 4, I want 1 column. So to get the number of column we want in each row, I'll take the formula as n minus I. I want n minus I column in every row. So when n value is 5, I value is 0. 5 minus 0, so I'll get 5 columns. When I value is 1 and n value is 5, 5 minus 1, so we'll get 4 column. When I value is 2 and n value is 5, 5 minus 2, 3 columns. Okay, it will work like that. So we want n minus I column in every row. So here I need to mention n minus I. I want n minus I column. Here I and j are the variables representing row and column respectively. The outer for loop is for row and the inner for loop is for column. Right, now here in the print function I need to mention which value I want to print, what I want to print. So let's see what I want to print in every column of row. So in the first row, let's see, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the second row 1, 2, 3, 4. When I is 2, 1, 2, 3. When I is 3, I want 1, 2, and when I is 4, I want 1. This is column like this. So now here you can see at column 0 of every row I want 1. Column 1 I want 2. At column 2 I want 3. At column 3, I want 4. At column 4, I want 5. That means I want column plus 1 value, right? When column is 0, I want 1. When column is 1, I want 2. So that is nothing but column plus 1. Here we are taking the variable j to represent the column. So that's why here I need to mention I want to print j plus 1 value. So now we are done with the program. Let's execute this, save and execute. So let's enter an input 5 and here you can see our required pattern 10. And here you can see the output. We are printing the numbers in this shape. Alright, so now we are done with the first pattern. Let's move on to the next pattern. The second pattern of today's tutorial is this. I want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first I'll write down the row and column numbers. It is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the row values. And for column 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now here we can see we want same value in every column of a row, right? In row 0, we want 1. In every column, I want 1. When I is 1, we want 2. In every column, we want 2. That means I want to print the I value. In this pattern, we wanted the same number or same value in a column of every row. Here you can see when I is 0, that is row is 0, I want to print 1. When I is 1, we want to print 2. When I is 2, we want to print 3. That is nothing but I want to print I plus 1 value, right? Now here, instead of printing j plus 1, if I print I plus 1 and if I execute this, save and execute, I'll get the second pattern. Here you can see. I'll take another example. I'll take 8 and here you can see the pattern. That means we are done with the second pattern. Let's move on to the next pattern. Now the third pattern of today's tutorial is this. We want to print 5 first, 4, 3, 2, 1. First let's write down the I and j value, that is row and column values 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now I want to print the values like this. First I want 5, next 4, next 3, next 2, next 1. In this pattern you can see every column of a row contains same value, that is in I0, when row is 0, column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Every column contains same value, that is 5. Here also we want 4, 2 we want 3. That means I need to do something with the I value, that is row value. Now let's see which value I want to print. When I is 0, I want to print 5. When I is 1, I want to print 4. When I is 2, we want to print 3. When I is 3, I want to print 2. When I is 4, I want to print 1. So now if I print n minus I value, we'll get this output when n value is 5. So here n value is 5. So when I do 5 minus 0, I'll get 5. When I get 5 minus 1, I'll get 4. When I'll do 5 minus 2, I'll get 3. When I do 5 minus 3, I'll get 2. When I do 5 minus 4, I'll get 1. So to print these numbers, what I'll do is, here I'll print n minus I value. If I do that and if I save this program and execute this program, let me take 5 and here you can see the pattern. Now I'll take another input. I'll take 9 and here you can see the pattern. Now we are done with the third pattern. So let's move on to the next pattern. So the fourth pattern of today's tutorial is this. I want 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4 and 5. So first let's write down the I and j value. While printing any pattern, first you need to check whether we want same value or the same number in the row or column. Here in the previous pattern program, we wanted to print same number in every column of a row. Here we want value 5 at column 0 of every row. At column 1 I want 4. At column 2 I want 3. At column 3 I want 2. At column 4 I want 1. That means I want to do something with the j value. So now here we can see when column is 0 I want 5. When column is 1 I want 4. When column is 2 I want 3. When column is 3 I want 2. When column is 4 I want 1. Now if I print n minus j value, we'll get this output when n value is 5. Okay. So n value is 5. When I do 5 minus 0, I'll get 5 here. When I do 5 minus 1, I'll get 4. 5 minus 2 I'll get 3, 5 minus 3 I'll get 2, 5 minus 4 I'll get 1. So here what we need to print is n minus j. If I print n minus j and if I execute this, so let me take 5 and here you can see the pattern. If I do 12 and here you can see the pattern. Next, let's move on to the next pattern. So our next pattern is the fifth pattern of today's tutorial is this. I want 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 1. So first let's write down row and column numbers. First we need to check whether we want same numbers in columns or row. Here we can see when row is 0, I want 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When row is 1, we need 4, 3, 2, 1. Also, when I take column 0, I want 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. That means we don't want same numbers in every column of a row, also column of every row. Now to print this program, what I'll do is, I need to make one case here true. Either I need to make every column of a row should contain same number, or column of every row, a single column of every row should contain same number. Here I'll do the second one, that is I'll change now the index of the column. Here we can see 5 index is 0. Here index of 4 is 1, index of 3 is 2, index of 2 is 3, index of 1 is 4, right? So now I'll reverse this. I'll take here 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now here 0, 1, 2, 3, I'll change that to 3, 2, 1, 0. I'll reverse the index of the column. Here 2, 1, 0. Here 1, 0. Here it contains only one column, so no need to change or reverse the column index. Now here you can see at column 0, I want to print 1. At column 1, I want to print 2. At column 2, I want to print 3. At column 3, I want to print 4. At column 4, I want to print 5 in every row, right? So first step is we need to reverse the index of the column. For that, in the program here, this is the for loop for column. Here I need to reverse the index. I'll take this as the starting value, -1 and -1. So now imagine that n value is 5. We'll take the input as 5. So now I value will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Initially I value will be 0. So when I take j value, n minus I minus 1. So 5 minus 0 minus 1. So the starting column index will be 4. That's what we want, right? In the row 0, we need total 5 columns starting from 4. Okay, that's why I need to take n minus I minus 1. And here I need to take n dash minus 1 because I want the index till 0. So this is the end value in the range function. It is exclusive. That's why I need to take -1. And this is step. Now here we reverse the index of the column. After that, what I want to print? As I said, at column 0, I want to print 1. At column 1, I want to print 2. That means j plus 1 value, right? Now, if I print j plus 1 value here, like this, and if I execute this, so let's see how many rows, 5. And here you can see the pattern. Here you can see the pattern, right? In these types of pattern, first you need to reverse the index of the column, then you need to print the j plus 1 value, column plus 1 value. So this is about this pattern. Next, let's move on to the next pattern. The sixth pattern of today's tutorial is this. I want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 and 5. So I'll take the index as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now coming to the column index, here also in this pattern you can see, here you want 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? So we need to reverse the index of column 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 3, 2, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0 and 0. Now here you can see at column 0 we want 5, at column 1 we want 4 and at column 4 I want 1. So first step is I need to reverse the index of the column. Then you need to do is you need to print at the column 0 I want 5. So that's why you need to print n minus j value. Because here you can see column 0, I want 5. When I do n minus j, we'll get this output when n value is 5. 5 minus 0, I'll get 5. 5 minus 1, I'll get 4. 5 minus 2, I'll get 3. 5 minus 3, I'll get 2. 5 minus 4, I'll get 1. So here, we need to reverse the index of the column. Later here, we need to print n minus j value. And if I execute this now, number of row is 7. And here you can see the output. Alright, so now we are done with all the number arrangements. We printed 6 number arrangement in this shape. Next we'll print the same number arrangement in this shape. The difference between this shape and this shape is here first we need to print space. First here we want space, after that we want number. Here we want number, after that space. Because we need space after the number, no need to print that in the program. But here we want space before the number, that's why we need to print that. So we need to take a for loop to print space first, after that we need to print the number. So if you want to print all the 6 number arrangement which we discussed now in this shape, now in that program you need to include a for loop for space first. After that you need to take for loop for number. So the first pattern of the second shape is this. So here we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. The number arrangement is same as the first pattern, pattern 1. But the difference is here, in this pattern first we want to print space, after that we want to print the number. So for this, let me take the index, row index and column index. I'll take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 itself. Here we can see when row is 0, I want 0 space. When row is 1, I want 1 space. When row is 2, we want 1 and 2 space. When row is 3, we want 3 space. When row is 4, I want 4 space. That means we want number of row space, right? If row is 0, we want 0 space. If row is 1, I want 1 space. If row is 2, I want 2 space. So that's why to print this space in my program, here we'll take the input and here this for loop is for row, and here I'll take the n minus I, the first index. I'll take from 0. I'll not reverse the index of the column here. I'll take starting from 0 ending at 4 if n value is 5. And here what we want to print, let's see that. Before writing the number, we need to take the for loop to print space. Here I need to mention how many space I want. As I said, we need I space. When row is 0, we want 0 space. When row is 1, we want 1 space, like that. And here we need to print the space. So print space, and I'll take end is equal to space. Whatever you will take here, you need to take the same value here. Now here, what you need to print. So to print this pattern, we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. So we already took a for loop to print this space. So now here this becomes 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, column index 0, 1, 0. Because we took a different for loop to print this space. And we wrote that before writing this for loop for number. So it will first print space here. When row is 1, it will print space here first, like this. After that, we'll take the for loop for numbers. So I'll take the index as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The for loop for space and number is different. That's why we can take the index like this. So at column 0, I want 1. At column 1, I want 2. At column 2, I want 3. At column 3, I want 4. At column 4, I want 5. That means j plus 1 value. So now if I execute this program, I'll get the first pattern of second shape like this. Here you can see. Next, let's move on to the second number arrangement for the second shape. That is this. This is same as the second pattern we discussed, pattern 2. But here we want to print space first. Now for the second pattern, I have this program which we discussed a few minutes ago. So it will give output like this. Now we need to print this number arrangement in the different shape. For that first we need to include space here. So here I'll include for loop for space in this program. I'll mention I want I space in here. For this shape, in every program we need I shape like this. Now if I execute this program, here you can see we'll get the same number arrangement in the different shape. Next, let's move on to the next pattern. Next we want to print this pattern. First we want 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is same as the pattern 3, but here we want space first. So let's see that. So here I have program which we discussed for pattern 3. Here you can see. Now we need to print this same number arrangement in the different shape. For that you need to include here for loop for space first. So I want I space, print space, end is equal to space. Now if I execute this program, here you can see the pattern. Same number arrangement in the different shape, right? Next, the next pattern is here this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 5. This is same as pattern 4, but here we want to print space first. That's why I'll take the program which we discussed for pattern 4 like this. If I execute this program, I'll get the pattern 4 like this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 5. Now I want to include space here, I space. I'm just modifying the previous program which we discussed a few minutes ago to work for different shape. The number arrangement is same. We only want to change the shape, right? That's why. And now if I take, here you can see. Cool. The next pattern is, and the next pattern is this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 1. For that I have this program. This program will give you the same number arrangement 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. But here we want to modify this program to work for different shape, right? Now we want to print this same number arrangement in the different shape. For that first we need space. So I'll include the for loop for space like this in this program. And now if I execute this, here you can see this program in the different shape. Number arrangement in the different shape. Next, the last number arrangement is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 5. So I'll take the program which we discussed few minutes ago. This program, if I execute this program, the number arrangement is same here you can see, but I want to modify this program now because I want to get space first. Include this for loop, print space like this. Take end is equal to space. Now if I execute this program, here you can see the pattern. Here we discussed about 6 number arrangements, okay? And we want to print this 6 number arrangement in 2 different shape. That's what we did here. For the second shape, we just need to include for loop for space. The difference between these 2 shapes is, in this program, if I include a for loop for space, then we'll get this pattern. That's what we did here. Alright, so that's it for now guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will meet you in next class. Till then, take care.